So here in the cutting board, I have my honey flavored graham crackers. And I'm just taking a knife and we're just gonna slice it through. You're gonna wanna make sure that you have these nice big bite-sized pieces. You're gonna wanna make sure you grab a big mixing bowl for this. It'll help mix everything together and it helps us make less of a mess. So immediately right on top of that, I have melted some peanut butter. So this is the creamy one, and I just put it into the microwave for about a minute. So you don't want it to be too hot, but just enough that we get this awesome melted peanut butter right on top. And let me tell you, this dessert that we're making today is one of my favorites. I absolutely just love peanut butter and honey and graham crackers. It's gonna be nice and crunchy as well. So we're gonna give this a nice thorough mix. So once you see that you have a nice coat over the graham crackers, I'm taking some chocolate chips. So if you want, you can melt the chocolate and put it in there. It's gonna give it a really nice velvety consistency, but I like having bites of chocolate chips in my dessert, so I just leave these whole like this. Mixing the chocolate will melt it down just a tiny bit, so it is definitely gonna help us. So here I have some mini marshmallows, and these are just gonna go right on top. So you do wanna mix it after every step. It is just gonna make it easier to get all the ingredients incorporated. And so I like throwing in the mini marshmallows last because they are kind of hard to mix. So if you throw them in the beginning, it's just gonna be a little bit more tough. So just keep mixing it around. You can see this big mixing bowl is really coming in handy. So I'm just gonna take my rubber spatula, scoop up the sides. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and move this to the side. So here we're taking a parchment lined baking sheet. So you're gonna wanna use the parchment paper because this stuff is really sticky. And we're just gonna start spreading this awesome mixture right over top. So you can see as you pour it, we can just kind of move it around, make some room for the rest. If need be, you can use 2 sheets, so don't worry about making too much. This stuff is amazing. You can see that it was sitting there for about a minute, and you can see that the chocolate chips are nice and a little bit melted, but we still get that nice bite that I like. Okay, so I'm not gonna overload this sheet too much. So once you get it all on there, I'm just gonna use my spatula and just kind of press it down. Just like that. So we are gonna freeze this. This is gonna go into the freezer for about 30 minutes to an hour, and it's gonna be ready to serve. All right, so just after 30 minutes of freezing, you can see that it is all hardened. I did move it to a smaller container because my freezer actually can't fit the baking sheet, and I always forget that. For one last final touch. So this is gonna go on right after you take it out of the freezer. And we're just gonna pour some fresh honey on top. I know we had the honey graham crackers, but I'm telling you, this last little layer of love is gonna make such a big difference. And look at how cool this dessert is. You can just kind of take it, pick it apart, and you get these nice chunks. So this is perfect to take to any party because you can just kind of come in and grab whatever piece you need. Just go ahead and taste it. So here I picked up a nice chunk with some chocolate chips. So you can see on this side we have like melted chocolate, and this we have the full chocolate chips, which I'm telling you tastes so amazing. I will give you a warning though, this stuff is really addicting, so be careful. It's just everything you love. Chocolate, peanut butter.